The threat from Russia is serious and it's acute, and the people of Ukraine are living that day to day. And that's why NATO's main role at the moment is to make sure we are both supporting Ukraine day to day, but we're also making sure that we are ready to meet that threat from Russia if it comes. I think it's also worth noting that the threat from Russia, it's a military threat, but it's also a threat through disinformation, trying to manipulate our public space. So we need to be able to respond to it in a number of different ways. I think over the last 10 years or so, we have understood that cyber warfare is increasingly part of modern life, and not just from Russia. Cyber can be used to try and influence our public debates. It can be used to harm our public institutions, often in a way which is really difficult to trace back to the perpetrator. And then, as we have seen in the Ukraine war, cyber is a weapon of war. It can be used to actively cause damage to infrastructure, to military equipment, etc. So we take this really seriously, and we have acknowledged that cyber is now what we call a warfighting domain, just like land and sea and air and space. And we plan capability, we plan operations in that space as we would do in any other area. So I think this has been a great conference, not least because it's brought together so many German commentators and German thinkers, because Germany is right at the heart of debates about European security at the moment. Your geography, the size of your economy, the importance of your armed forces, the political role you play in Europe and in NATO makes you, as has always been the case in NATO, makes you a central an important country. So I think having these kind of debates and trying to understand how NATO is going to change, how we're going to put collective defence back at the heart of the alliance, but also how we're going to adapt to the global challenges we face around us. We've just had a great debate about China, for example. I think it's exactly what we should be debating, so it's great news that the Stiftung has stepped up to organise this event.